than the entire German stock exchange. So it's like, what world are you talking about? The United States is more dominant today than I don't think they admitted it. You know, we have some issues with inequality and things like that, but those are issues of redistribution. Yes. How do we organize and divide the pie? Not of prosper. We created in this one, and we've got the dollar underpinning the world. So the fundamental, you know, the fascinating thing is that the whole vision is premised on decline, decay, sclerosis.
We have these, Mom.
Even the Venezuelan thing.
Oh, those are there.
What they
Don't be
want
like
to do is
all
go from
baby,
being
nah,
a
baby.
global
Tell me all wrong,
that
baby,
set the
nah,
rules
baby,
and
sorry.
created a system
Awesome,
that
joy.
maintains the to like a regional bully.
Hello.
We give up to Putin, Ukraine. We give up Asia to China, and we get to pass over Venezuela
Wait,
and Mexico.
so say something in the chat.
And it's like such a shrinking of
If
American power. And it also, what it says is,
you
this
can't
administration
say
believes we will be more prosperous, having total dominance and a more colonial view of South America and kind of removing Europe.
I am good. How are you?
And even the ridiculousness of,
If you ask,
we need
I'm
to
going
take over
to picture
Greenland
competition
so
right
that
now
Russia and China don't take over
in
Greenland. Like,
Indianapolis.
isn't that what NATO is for? We formed an alliance with, it's like saying, we will fight alone to control South America.
How are you
fighting
doing though?
with all of our allies
I'll say that. How are you
to have
doing?
a mutually beneficial
Don't be
position
like, well, that's
in
great.
the entire world. And how is that more prosperous? Think about the difference. You know, as you said, you put it right there. They think coerced compliance is better than the kind of messiness of this
What
alliance.
sports do you do now?
Because it's
Now
zero
that you
sum.
switch
They
me
have to have zero sum. So look at the coerced compliance.
So,
So China, we have something like 50 3D allies in the United States. And
don't
most
be like,
of
oh,
the
baby,
richest
nah, baby.
countries in the world.
Tell me wrong, baby, nah, baby.
Japan,
Already,
Australia.
oh, no.
China has one 3D ally.
Fuck.
North Korea. Let's throw in Russia. That's really true. Yeah, that is the only 3D ally.
You should ask me that question because I'm really bored.
They do have.
I have a.
Not defense, you know what I mean? They like.
Yeah, I do that.
I mean,
I totally do that.
let's throw in Russia. Let's throw in Iran. Right.
Another person joined? Oh my god.
We've got 50. Right. Yeah, we want to give that up. We want to step off. So that we can have Greenland, which we already have. Basically, we have.
Mom.
There. Yeah. We could put.
Okay, so I'm going live right now. I'm going live right now. I guess you joined.
Alliances are weak. It's better. It's
no,
the same
I'm
thing
asking you a question.
In the United States. Okay. Rather than trying to.
Yes, and guess who joined? Gretel.
The best way.
No way.
Yeah, way. It's the first thing I said. And be like, oh, baby, no, baby. Don't know wrong, baby. Nah, baby. Already. Nah. Hey, no swearing. 3 people joined.
It's for some reason
Be like, oh, baby, no, baby.
are so much more easily accomplished if
I got
didn't
braces
have
2 days ago.
that sense of, and we must dominate and humiliate
you.
if you are our foe, including if you didn't vote for it.
Can be like, oh, baby,
is very important, as you well know. Obama.
Ow.
In half a mile, keep right, continue on I-294 south. Follow signs for Indiana, O'Hare.
Still deported more people than Trump. But they did that. It was a different. They did do it at the port. Exactly, and they did it in a very different way. But that's my point, which is.
I still have 2 hours and 57 minutes.
On I-294 south.
You're really good.
In one case, they were almost trying to minimize the theater and maximize the effectiveness. In this case,
continue on I-294 south for 20 miles.
We don't have a garbage tank.
Trying to maximize the effectiveness, even if they, the numbers aren't well. They want to show that this is. They've got photos. Right.
I told you
I also think back to your Greenland point. It's a very important thing to understand that their view of national wealth and economic growth is weirdly old-fashioned.
whoever else
You know, like
in the
Greenland has minerals in the
this
ground.
live, can you all type
You can
something in
always
the
find
chat?
them. You can always lease them. You
Because
can always like the idea that the country that has minerals in it underneath its soil is going to be rich as Greece. It's like that would prove all of Africa would be rich.
Bye.
You know, it's
I'll be
think
like,
about
oh,
Israel,
baby,
South
nah,
Korea.
baby.
It is a
Got me a
colonial
dog,
mindset.
baby, nah,
These
baby.
countries
All
have
right,
nothing.
got
And
all
what do they have?
my
They have smart people. You can
love.
always
Look
buy
at
this,
people.
from around the world. Think about the oil revolution in America. The Chinese
Whoever
kept going around
in this
Africa
live,
trying to log up
Loki,
oil and natural gas.
type
US
something.
did technological innovation and invented fracking. And turned out ours was a much more successful thing because it's fundamentally knowledge driven. There, they've got to make corrupt deals with African dictators. In a weird way, Trump is more like that Chinese mentality. Let's find it. That's why he loves the Venezuela case.
And a colonial mentality. It is a king's mentality. And the strange thing about it to me is, think about the damage you do to our world standing by going in and taking the resources of Venezuela to get more
in the chat because
oil.
otherwise I might end it because
Who's the largest oil producer in the world? It's us. It's already us. So to do that, but what are we doing when push that? We're sending a message to the world that if you're
so right now, if you didn't hear,
like big bodies, big like small, or big, you can do this. So
on
here's
my
what
way
we may be trading off.
to
We get to take a bigger cut of Venezuelan oil. And
Okay,
China
Queen.
looks at that and goes, oh,
I'm on my
well, then I
way
guess
to
we get to take a cut of
Indianapolis.
quantum chips in Taiwan. And what do you think is going to be more important in the modern world?
Because it's 2 hours and
What's the
54
trade-off
minutes
for us?
left.
Yeah, I mean, one way to think about what they're doing is, for Trump, it's clear.
I don't
I
have
just
any
read this
like
book, The Gods of
mascara.
which is really fascinating.
It's when I moved.
And
You're beautiful too.
Trump is a huge character.
Usually I do wear mascara.
He did it easy.
I'll do that later when I
His imperative
put it
was,
on.
how do I squeeze everybody in every possible way
If you
to
ask
screw them and get the best
do you like
deal
my
I can for
braces?
myself?
You
There
don't
was
have to.
never a
That was
thought
weird.
about it. It started with transaction. How do I build a relationship?
Mom,
And any really great businessman will tell
what
you,
the heck?
business is built not on a single transaction, but on building a
To be like,
relationship.
oh,
And he burns
baby,
bridges
nah,
like
baby.
nobody's
You
burned.
got me a raw,
And this is what
baby,
he's
nah,
doing.
baby.
With this,
Alright.
in each
Oh,
of
my
these
love.
tariff negotiations,
Oh,
this
no.
one gets and there's something sort of strange about not
I got my
realizing
verses 2 days ago.
power since 1935 has been built on this unique thing where we have built so much goodwill and trust among the richest countries in the world. International relations theorists all predicted that.
Mom, when does the time change?
It's when we get to Indiana.
Powerful.
When will that be?
Their foreign and defense policy to be
I don't know yet.
contracted to the United States, but it never happened. And it never happened
time is gonna
because
change.
we were honorable about saying we're taking everyone's interest into account. And as you say,
Why?
we made mistakes and all that, but compared to other great powers that dominated the world, the United States has been remarkable in
Yes, right now
having this
I have like a lighter thing. I don't know if you can see.
and it took 80 years
Next
to build
time,
that level
I
of
will.
trust.
I think I might do pink and blue or just like a teal. I don't know.
Misguided notions of economic.
Like I got these 2 days ago, so like in 6 weeks I get
What are we going to
the
get?
color change.
Oh
Oh wait, no, I think I'm doing blue and green for my stingrays colors. Because obviously
Hugo
summer
Chavez
is coming
one
up.
day tripled
But it's
the
just not blue and
estimate
green
of
for this
Venezuela's.
one because Jam Fest is today and this is like the biggest competition of the year.
Yeah. So it's also apparently not the type of grade of
It's
oil.
not letting me see the
It's
chat.
it's much cheaper to.
Oh
it's
no,
not
I
something
didn't
that
do
even
it.
the
There you
oil
go.
company, I don't know about that.
Yeah, I love the classifications.
Hi Sarah. No, I
Oh, the
didn't
cheese
do
curds are in the.
I mean, I did a Christmas haul
Yeah, but also
on camera. Maybe
Yeah,
I'll
well,
post
please
that.
stop. I can try my crochet.
And hi Sarah.
21st.
Emmy got to go
They're
party.
going to be able to do more.
It's
The whole idea of
bathroom. I'm not a baby
You still have to
anymore. I I never had to hit. Don't listen to my.
Venezuela is currently uninvested, which means
Don't
that
listen.
China wants to invest. The U.S. government is going to have to give us guarantees. You know, this is the new form of capitalism.
I never want. I never said I had to prove. Don't worry. She's
Everybody
dying.
wants to be a part of it, but I think I'm going to cut Exxon out of it.
Why is there some hair now?
Their answer. And what I don't understand about MAGA or the Republicans right now is that somehow they believe, as poorly as maybe some of our institutions,
Can you keep
have
saying stuff in the
performed
chat,
over
please?
time,
Because
and
it's
the kind
keeping
of
me.
reform that they need in various things, is that replacing that with the whims of a mercurial megalomaniac and malignant narcissist is the key to a more stable and prosperous American future.
Emerson, can you see by your feet if my hook fell down there?
No, it did not.
Pocket money.
Can you keep asking stuff? Okay, I'm bored.
Paying for subscriptions you don't remember signing up
Oh.
for. Pocket money.
The hair, maybe. Yeah, it probably is. Don't worry, I don't eat my hair.
You can track your subscription. Cancel in just a few taps. How many of you?
It's stuck in my bracket. It's so annoying.
Left and right, because pocket money is the thing that
And I have clicker swords. The only thing that makes me feel bad today is like that. I keep my mouth with it. Alright.
Stop wasting money on things you don't use.
There. Oh my god.
Join
If you
at
ask where I'm
rocketmoney.com.
going to next, go be like, oh, baby. Got me a rocket, my baby, so baby. Oh my love.
Kind
Oh
of
no.
trilogy of American creation, and they're really going in hard. J.D. Vance says, the heritage American is really the most important American. They have more.
Yes, we can do
say
a
in this.
Q&A.
We're not in creed.
Okay, so I'm going to Indianapolis
We're peace, right?
for a cheer
But the
competition.
Constitution very clearly says, no, I think we're actually
If you ask where I'm
and
going.
that creed is.
Sorry, didn't you used to live in
the
Indianapolis?
consent
I
of the
forgot. Was it Indianapolis or
we are given
Minnesota?
unalienable
They're
rights
completely
by
two
our
different things.
Creator, and those rights carry weight in whatever
Who is the
governing
other
system,
person? I know it's
placing
you
that. And this is the
and
thing
you.
they fetishize. They put it on their buses and they don't
Yeah. Where are
Gadsden
you
flags
from?
and all that.
Yes, I do it. But then
They're
I go
clearly,
there.
though, giving fealty to someone operating utterly
Who is the other
outside
person?
of
I know it's Sarah,
that
and
system.
then the
But here's where I think
I don't know
it really gets
your name.
interesting.
Sorry, but
Other countries
yes, I do that.
re-exported that. People want to
I'll be
govern.
like, oh, okay.
And when you go in and you start to exploit their resources,
Yes, I knew that. Don't worry. Okay, so I'm Sarah and Kendall.
What you
How much
unleash
juice do you have on your
in the
iPad?
people that you are
Can't really
exploiting
look,
is a
but I think it's like
cycle that we
13.
have seen
You can have it too. Yours
numerous
is at like
countries,
30. It's fine.
Iran and Venezuela
Okay, so
as the example.
there's a third
It's a
person. Who is the
70-year
other
cycle.
person? Why do I feel like it's James?
Think of this as a line.
Probably not,
It's a
but
cycle. So
I don't know.
Venezuela
I
we just
don't know.
started the cycle.
My
Coup
teeth.
leader, we arrested him. Whether that's justified or not, we'll save that for a different day. We're going to go in and we're going to take their oil. People would say like, oh, that's like Iran.
My
It's not
favorite
like Iran,
season.
it's like Iran.
My favorite season
1953,
is summer
Petroleum
or
did the
spring,
same thing in Iran. Well, Sadiq, we removed him.
because
What did we
summer
do?
it's warm
We
and
replaced him with a pro-Western.
in spring because it's
And we
like
got all
almost
those
done with.
resources. And how long did that system hold up for?
No, they have not seen this.
1979.
This is my first time.
Because
They're gonna
the
see my
sentence
faces
that we
today,
created within that region
which I am
exploded
so
into
nervous
the
because this
reason
is the
that
biggest
Mullahs
competition of
were
the year.
empowered.
It's Jim.
And now-
Mom, how big is our hotel room?
And now they're in the
What?
cycle.
How big is our hotel room?
Turn over that country. What's going to happen then? My guess is the Western powers. Somebody's
Where's
going to go
It's
and
sore.
install somebody else.
It's from City.
How do we not see that? How
But
do
I'm
we
very
not
comfy
see
wearing
that
my
what we are
capybara.
starting in Venezuela is going
My
to
favorite
sow
Christmas
the
gift
seeds
is
for the volatility and danger that we had already sowed in
that I got,
Iran in
or
1953. We're just repeating the
my
same
vanity.
stupid cycle.
You know, for the United States, for America, it's always been very hard
my
to
gaming
stand
set of
other people's nationalism. In other words, we are very proud national.
My water is almost
But
gone.
then when you go to
Indoor
Vietnam,
skydiving.
they're like, we want.
I want to go skydiving.
We just don't understand that. We're like, no.
You fly.
We are going to
That'd
give
be
you
fun.
a system. You know, we go to Iraq and they're like, get out of here. And we say, no.
Yeah.
You don't understand. We're going to
I
set
can't
up
wait
a
until we're like
democracy.
16
The Shias and the Sunnis will
Like,
live together. And I actually, and as an immigrant, I think we do mean.
oh, I didn't even hear you say
We
that.
seem to have no understanding.
Guess what?
That other people
Mom,
have nationalism.
Guess what?
Other people,
Dad,
you know, there's this famous
guess what?
moment, it may have been a Malcolm when Baghdad
Never mind.
is talking
No.
to Gandhi. You know, saying,
I'll do it later because my parents will get really mad at me if I do it now.
yeah,
So.
and he says, Mr. Gandhi,
If you ask where I'm going tonight, gonna be like, oh baby, no baby, you got me all wrong, baby, no, already got all my love.
Most people don't understand sometimes. People prefer their own chaos to a foreign imposed peace.
Ask me more questions.
And what
As I'm
is doing
bored.
is
Ow, my
actually
booty hurts.
taking nationalism.
I was
and
crocheting,
the
but I
American
lost.
nationalism
I
in
lost.
places that have really never had
Where'd
it,
it go?
like Canada, like
I
Denmark.
kind of gave up.
Like, you know,
I was trying to go back.
like Sweden.
That's my
I'm
mom
talking
teaching
to
me
these
how to go
people,
back.
and
Oh,
there
here.
you can feel that underneath they're trying to be polite. There's a resentment at the way they're treated. And what are
It'll
we
be
doing
like
this
all
for? It has to be the
day,
most bizarre part.
yeah.
We're leaving all these enemies out of allies. For what?
Yes, I did because
For, like,
they gave me one and now I bring it everywhere. So I don't have food
which we could have had.
It's
Because that would be embarrassing.
You know,
Embarrassing.
there's so many connotations about
It'll be like, oh baby, oh baby,
I
tell
think
me
what
all baby,
we're missing
oh
is,
baby,
which is
oh
so
baby,
strange
oh
again,
my
because of how
love.
much we just lionize our own origins.
I'll give you a little snack box.
People yearn to breathe free.
We got these sugar cookies.
Self-determination is
We got sour cream pickles, regular Pringles.
Airlines.
Yes, you should.
So deeply in our
I got sour. Is that an airport?
and yet somehow
Zach, there is. This is how the trains.
Venezuelans don't feel the same about themselves. They may not like the Chavista. They may not like.
Guess what?
What?
That election may have been screwed.
What?
But they want the ability to determine their own future, not this paternalizing.
Good job.
We would never accept it.
Yeah, and in fact, you know, even in Venezuela,
Chicken butt.
I think it's important for people to understand.
So then we got those Pringles, and then we got
We won the first
cheese
election last
sticks.
year as we trained.
Cheese sticks. We got some rich crackers because
And
I love them, and then my
there are
dad
a lot of
didn't
people who
get some
still
walnuts for the morning.
in Chavez, and so you know that's one of the reasons why this could get very. If they
My
actually
mom already does.
very complicated because there are you know, there's a lot of
These
people.
things, I don't really know what they
But
are.
I'm going to give up fire easily. But there are
Oh,
also
there's
a
light
lot of
up
deletions.
These,
Chavez
that's
followers.
it.
And then there's what there's
Yeah,
drug
that's
trafficking.
it, Martin.
Is much more complicated,
We got
which is
some
why the
chips. Y'all know what
business is
cheese
probably
is.
going to
Like, obviously. But then we got some little
essentially the most
cereals
expensive arrest in
for
human
the
history.
morning. Because I don't compete until like 9 tomorrow. So we're like,
All companies concessions into Venezuela.
and then we got some Chuckies.
Entire repressive apparatus of the
And then some goats.
the interior
And then
minister will all stay exactly as they are, because otherwise you're opening a vandalism.
And
And
yeah,
we're jumping
that's
into
it. Can we play
one of
TikTok?
the things that
But
creates
oh my
such
god, I
instability
remember I
in
saw
South
your mom at
American
the last
society
visit.
is
Yeah, I
our
remember that.
intervention
How do we play
into their
play
politics
TikTok?
is what created a lot of these more extreme
If
left-wing
you ask,
right?
I'm going
So
to.
now they bounce back and forth between right-wing
Got me
authoritarian
wrong.
and left-wing authoritarian strong.
Mom, say hi.
And the thing that prevented that type of pendulum swings, which is the type of
Oh,
thing
Dad.
you don't go from a military to
Meg, do you still stuff?
corrupt kind of
Mom! Oh my gosh. Sign language. Poop. I never had to poop in the first
our
place.
system of
She's trying to
institutional
embarrass
checks and balances. And what we're saying is we'd like to throw that out.
I kind of want a cookie.
They're setting the United States up.
Mama, may I?
So there is an interesting question.
No, I did go back to teaching.
If you
Aww.
assume all the things you're saying,
Guys, it's square.
What's most difficult to understand for me is why are
You want us to do? Oh, yeah.
okay with this?
Okay, hold on.
I have a situation.
I don't actually know
where
if I
it's absolutely
specifically.
clear
Alright, hold on. I want a cookie, though.
that one part of the party that the person right now is accumulating powers on a scale that no precedent has done.
Should have a fat face.
You have
Oh, my double chin, bro. At least I actually do something for it. Some people naturally have it. If you ask where I'm going to, I do a lot for the rest of it.
I think he's
That's
decided
2 hours
he's
and
got
30
it
minutes
for
long for a lot.
And so what it leaves me thinking is,
A mile. Keep left.
No, it's not, Sarah.
is about half the
I've
country
lost it.
really okay with illiberal democracy, with the idea that, you know, it's okay to abuse individual rights, minority rights.
If it's
Yeah,
just not
call that
happening.
building does that mean?
And what does that mean for
You
the
see it?
future of democracy? Half the country
No.
doesn't really believe in liberal.
Am I blind?
It's way in the back. Now you can't really see it.
no, they believe in it's okay if it's our guy. You know, look, this is all very Lord of the Rings.
Continue for 3 miles.
It is, you know, everybody believes in liberal democracy until they get to hold the
Just a
ring.
minute.
And then suddenly it's a very different scenario.
And to be fair, the left has also done the same.
I'm gonna lay down.
Not nearly to the extent.
Not nearly.
There's
There's no both sides of it, but
Okay.
it always worried me
Much
when
comfier now.
Biden would do these student loan, waivers using executive power. Like, that stuff, like, just because you want the outcome, you cannot want the outcome so
Yeah,
badly that you violate the processes of liberal democracy. Like, that's the whole point of
It's okay.
liberalism and liberal democracy, which is the
You're not
process
the only
is
one
very
I can't see.
you don't
My
get to
dad.
just make your
He has
policy happen
terrible eyes.
any which way. And what Trump is showing you is the real cost.
But I think there's also something to be said about, look, the system that we have in place is so complex and Byzantine that in many ways there is always applause or something from the sergeant at arms or whoever might jump in there or the parliamentarian to prevent us from doing anything. But it's also complex enough that if you really dig down to emergency powers, you could
You want
do
my lady glasses?
anything.
What?
Generally,
there's the tall building.
it's been at
Oh,
some
wow.
level of consensus.
Is that not a
and
church?
not at the whim
Huh.
of an individual and an imperial one at that, with absolute silence and no pushback, even from those in his party who would disagree. This is an absolute, utter takeover of the apparatus of
You're
the
not gonna
political
be
party.
happy.
And you ask
Wait.
why they go along with it. And
I
the
can't
reason
see
is
the
because
chat.
They believe
It's not
that
letting me see the chat.
the left is the enemy. Not that they are a competing sort of worldview and any of those other things, that they are an enemy. They are their enemy.
In half a mile, use the left 2 lanes to turn slightly left.
And the dopamine hit that they get.
Window up, hon.
This is
I mean,
kind of look, populists are popular for a reason. They sell a story of you being forgotten and of a country in decline.
Use the left 2 lanes to turn slightly left.
People that have been abused and victimized. And this man, what does he say?
Continue for 2 miles.
I am your vengeance. I will fight for you. And they
Mom.
don't give a shit.
After
how
we
he does
compete
it,
to
or how
Okay.
primitive he is, and that means
After we
threatening to arrest
compete today,
the Fed chair, so be it. That guy's corrupt.
can I go back to the hotel?
Sorry.
Head south on I-294 south.
No, like right
Continue
after
for
I mean.
43 miles.
well, we'll see
And
what
so this
your
plays to the
what we have to do.
passions and prejudices
Sorry, I love cooking.
of your base. And that's how it's all done. Look, they're selling a story that the reason why eggs are expensive is because some Somalis in Minnesota fucked with a Medicaid. Yeah, not that we spend $1 trillion on like military equipment, soon to be $1.5 trillion, or not that we subsidize corporations and they suck a lot of the prosperity out of this country. And
Just don't listen to the podcast they're listening to.
In any way that resembles fairness. None of that matters to them. And so until they think there's some,
I don't think my viewers want to hear that,
I would
Mom.
put that question back on you.
The swearing.
What do you think they think the peril is? Some larger goal of constitutional bureaucracy? Like what?
It
why
does look
wouldn't
like I
they
have.
love him? He's basically saying, if you're for me, you can
2
go to the
hours and
Capitol
33
and beat
minutes.
the shit out of a policeman with the flagpole of a Confederate flag.
I drive 10 hours soon, and I died in an hour and a half.
But if you try and block a street, and you're clearly
If
don't
you
have any idea what
ask
you're
her,
doing,
you come to me,
we
it's
can
gonna be
shoot
like,
you in the
oh,
head.
baby, nah, baby. Got me
So
a
why
raw,
wouldn't
baby,
they
nah,
love
baby. Sorry.
You know what your point makes me think about is the degree to which maybe during the Cold War, American politics was constrained with
You want me to say
by the
anything right now when I
reality
say it?
of the
I want pickles.
contest between
You want
the Soviet
pickles?
Union,
Yeah.
the need for America to be
You should
this
go to the
beacon
mall.
of freedom and
I
democracy.
want to go to the mall so bad.
There was
I
a
love
sense in
going to
which,
the mall. So peppy.
Hubert Humphrey once said this, that he thought the
It's
reason
just
for
like
the civil
good
rights
vibes, you know? Maybe I can
was
get my
that there was a
third
foreign
piercing.
policy reason. We had to show the communist world that America was in fact the shining city on the hill. And since then, I think what's happened is honestly we have no competition. We've become so powerful. It's exactly the opposite of the MAGA
Don't be like a
we
hall,
have
baby.
no check,
No,
no
baby.
concern.
You
So
got me on.
I think at some level, like the
A
power
holster.
has gone to our heads, and the
Sign
power is
the-
particularly to somebody like Trump said. Look at the way he treats other countries, and the only reason you can do that is because you're so powerful, you're unconstrained. You don't have to worry that they're going to go over to the communist side. Like there's something here that feels very much like it's about the arrogance of power, the ability to act in unconstrained ways. And I kind of wonder whether, the reason when we were powerful in the past, there was this check, there was this sense in which, you had
It's my life.
put forward your best
Is
front.
anybody on it?
Boy, this
Two
is now,
people.
okay. This is very
Sarah and then a Kendall.
And who?
A Kendall. If you ask where. Sarah is my bestie.
It's Quinn's
And
time.
Kendall's also my
Like
bestie.
me, you generally wait until Fashion Week to purchase your clothes for them. You'll see me in Milwaukee, sitting next to Anna Wintour.
And you thought you were dating? That's crazy.
Watching them.
Guys, I want to make my face
The
red.
point is this. What'd you get for Christmas? Ugly sweater? No gift for she. Today's sponsor, Quince, helps you forget about all the fashion items. Quince, get rid of the premium materials, the thoughtful design, the quality.
If you ask. I'm going to close my eyes for 6 or 7
Each piece
seconds.
made from premium materials when it comes to tactics that meet rigorous standards for craftsmanship and ethical production.
Ah.
They cut out the middleman. If they ever. I don't like middlemen. Do you like middlemen? But you cut out the middleman and you cut out the. It's the same quality as the
Don't be like, oh, baby. Oh, baby.
Something on that.
Got me wrong, baby.
Russian, go that way. That's
She's smart.
take that.
Yeah. Because it's too cold right now.
Refresh your
I've just been
winter
cuddling up
wardrobe
because.
with Quince.com/TWS. For free shipping on your order and a 365.
Do you want me and Josie to play with you? Because we will if you want us to.
Quince, QUINCE.com/TWS. Free shipping, 365-day returns.
Okay, we will. Don't worry. I'll be like, oh, baby. Sarah and Kendall, who are you? There's another person.
When the battle was,
who are y'all's favorite YouTubers?
We almost had to. It's sort of like, hey man.
Yeah, they probably
The
will.
parents are coming over. You're gonna have to put on.
Okay, so my favorite YouTuber.
You can't look
is
sloppy.
either Embry Clinton
Job. So we had to
or
some of the ideas, or at least the ones that
Stinky Pete.
to to demonstrate to the
Yeah,
world sort of our
that's
vision,
true.
our version of.
It's kind of
I
annoying.
remember during that same time we put in God We Trust on the coins to separate ourselves from the godless government.
Okay, my favorite YouTuber is
So we had to
Embry Cortland.
demonstrate that our system actually works.
Yeah, exactly.
So rather than our
Yeah,
actions
she's so
being
pretty.
the sort of
I want to look at her too.
absolute power,
Or Presley
maybe
Faith.
it's that
Or
the worldview
Deja.
right now is not communism
Clark.
versus
Deja
capitalism, but woke
I think
versus
that's her
Clark.
last name.
Sort of the idea is
Chicken
multiculturalism
nugget.
versus singular monoculture. And that now we have to demonstrate not the higher values of the Constitution, but we have
Guys,
to
I'm on
demonstrate,
my iPad because I got my phone taken
I
away.
guess, a more violent form of sorting.
Gonna be like,
And
oh,
the reason
baby,
why we're
oh,
not
baby.
mad at Russia
See
is
on your
because
rock,
we view them
baby,
like
my
that
baby,
prison.
sorry.
They're white and
Oh,
Christian,
my
and
love.
they're defending, Western civilization, not innocence.
Me, I love you too, Sarah. You're my favorite YouTuber. Yeah, my mouth.
Yeah, exactly. The cultural divide that has developed
Maybe we should just.
is one in which I think for somebody like JD Vance, Russia are actually the good guys, right? They're white, white, they're Christian. In fact, Putin often makes the point of Putin is culturally a neoconservative. I mean, he's against
Do you have a hair tie, Mom?
censoriousness of Western liberalism. So, by the way, is Xi
Can I have
Jinping.
it?
One of why they don't like it conservatives who like exactly.
Ow.
Right, they don't want any part of that.
Gonna be like, oh, baby, no, baby. You got me all wrong, baby, no, baby.
We change their societies.
Ew, I look bad.
So in many ways,
Stay
Russians
up.
and the Chinese are not just balancing against.
Oh, I also love this YouTuber,
but they're balancing
Gianna. There's two Giannas. I like both of them. It's like, I don't know, I watch one of these lives.
The twist now, compared to the Cold War, is
I
they have
put my hair up in
allies
the butt.
within the West who feel the same way. They have, this is
I'm
what's
tired and I want to go to bed.
We face
Just hold on, my
adversaries
pillows
in the
like.
past. We face ideological adversaries, geopolitical ones. But what's strange is we found that within the West, very important, strong forces that agree with our enemies. And that's what is such a kind of.
My mom.
That's what makes it so difficult to navigate, foreign policy because you watch.
Put me on there.
And
Is that in your life?
And it's pretty clear everyone tries to find some rationale. He hates the Ukrainians. He likes the Russians.
Yeah, I know. I love Lulu. I could go to Lulu every day.
Zelensky's the guy who got it.
Yeah, exactly. Just because they're so overpriced. Like, you can get like a Lulu GameStop for like $20 and it feels like exactly the same. That's what my mom did. And it feels exactly.
And say, hey, I got these, and please get them at that least price. His problem so far is Putin wants more.
Like, why? Like, it's just a closed book. Why are
It's
they?
a very strange moment for the American president to be acting not as a lawyer.
Why?
I gotta get the charger.
I'm charging
I
it.
Yearning to be but for
You
the
need for a little bit
dictatorship,
and then you
the
can it back.
union that is the oppressive. That I think is never happened.
But for
You
me,
want me to pull it?
if you look at it through the prism that you're talking about,
Hold on, I need
the cultural one, but also in terms of what we're talking about, what the battle was
Hold on.
versus communism, you had to demonstrate democracy. Well, if that's not the battle anymore, then we don't have to demonstrate democracy. It's dark that it means that
You might have to go off your life. That sucks a lot of battery.
whims of a mercurial maniac.
Oh, how much percent are you at?
Sure help it.
That changing it to
I can't
Department
see it.
of War is much more
No,
purposeful.
here.
Not backing Ukraine is not necessarily about, well, they never got the dirt on Biden that I wanted. It really is about, no.
What's Brandy?
We're not
Brandy.
democratic leaders
Brandy.
like
It sounds familiar, but it doesn't.
lionized in the old days.
Rick.
We are now Netanyahu, us,
If you are,
and
this is
and that is what we are demonstrating, because now we can at least security.
because
I don't know if you've seen some of this homeland security iconography that they're using. One
Ow.
homeland, our one
I
of
look
you,
at
all of them.
it.
It is so, it's at this point, it's not even implicit of fascism iconography.
Well, we can
They're
put it
just-
on
it's
the way.
just a direct translation.
and there's so much of it. I think you've seen this is
Yeah.
like 50s nostalgia.
Bored.
You know, they have the photographs of kind of old cars and pristine beaches,
Yeah.
and it is so fascinating because
Having breaks is an easy excuse to get ice cream.
nostalgia. You know, there's this one moment where in Nikki Haley and
You're gonna watch out the window for a little bit.
she tweets something like, "Isn't life so much simpler when we were growing up?" And I was thinking to myself, so when would that be? Right? So roughly speaking, I think for Nikki Haley it would be the mid 70s, right? And they're like, okay, the United States,
The oil
in the 70s, right? We lost our first war in history. The president was impeached and had to resign. 100 American cities were engulfed in ruinous race riots. Oil prices were
So pretty out there.
that we had the economy was so bad we had to remake, we had to create a
You're so pretty.
Stagflation. We have inflation now. Right around.
Those were the happy, healthy. I think there's something fascinating about it. It's almost like I think we have an
Isn't it so pretty?
to forget bad things that happened and we remember the past, you know, kind of misty-eyed day or something.
I think nostalgia, one of the things that Nikki had, or any of those people, I've always said this, people said like it was, it's never been like it was when I was a kid. And you're like, right, because you were a kid, you were a child. The reason why you loved the world then is all you cared
Okay,
about.
guys, I think I'm gonna end this live. I go live when I'm getting ready for my trip.
That's all you gave a shit
Bye,
about.
guys.
So of course that nostalgia, and it's so